about. Clive Bentic on the penetration. Beautiful. Harvey overplayed on the three-point line, and Ben gets himself a nice look.
And gives Canisius a 10-2 lead.
Well, if you're a visiting team, Doug, you're looking for this type of advantage the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game on the road.
J.J. Harvey, a freshman, is fouled by Bentic in the front court.
Yeah, you hate to see those fouls because you're 35 feet from the basket. It's a foolish foul way outside. He's not going anywhere. He's not in the scoring zone.
Here's another look. You see the reach in.
There it is outside, a long way from the basket.
Prosper Karangwa has come in for the Saints. This is Harvey, who dribbled it off his foot, out of bounds. Canisius ball. Head coach Mike McDonald. His team with a 10-5 overall record. The Griffs are 3-4 in conference play, currently tied for 7th, but a very tight race at this point. 10-second violation.
Well, Siena switched after the turnover. They went to a 2-2-1 zone press, and again, Canisius took too much time in the backcourt.
Siena down 8 in the early going.
Both teams turning it over.
Siena's already committed 4 turnovers so far. Adari Mallory has come in for Canisius, guarding Archbold. Berman the up fake. Tries to drive on Fenn. And he gets the roll on the little jump hook.
You'd love to see a big guy be able to face up. Berman that time taking it off the dribble, a little spin move, and shows a good touch inside.
Well, just like Fenn on the other end, Brian, Berman is a big guy, but you've got to honor his outside shot. He can step out and hit the three.
It's a great advantage where he's not just a post player, where he can go out and face up, and tough to guard both ways.
Torrey Jefferson has come back in for the Griffs. And Clive Bentic is checked out. Inbound comes to Foster.
Siena switches in a 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play.
Carmen Massarello has come into the game out front of the zone along with Harvey. And the trap causes a trap.
See, a lot of teams will go into a 2-3 zone, and they'll try to trap that first pass to the wing. Siena doing an excellent job turning Canisius over.
There's Austin Andrews, a freshman for Siena, who sat out the first several games this year with the idea of redshirting, but because of the injuries to Clinton and Taylor, he has been pressed into duty. Siena down 10-4 with the basketball. Berman the up fake again. Karangwa hits the three-pointer.
Just coming into the game, Karangwa right there, no hesitation. Beautiful looking stroke that time.
He's averaging double figures off the bench for the Saints, their top weapon in reserve. Massarello the steal. Siena down 3 with the ball. Karangwa took his eye off the pass, and it went out of bounds. Canisius ball.
He was trying to make the move before he received the ball.
That's John Ferris coming into the game for Canisius. Foster goes out.
Siena back into that three-quarter 2-2-1 zone press. They look at trap in the corners.
Fenn the layup.
What a great catch by the big fella inside. And again, they attacked it against that 2-2-1 zone press. Nice scoring opportunity by Fenn.
Massarello. Back to Andrews on the pick and roll.
Canisius playing solid man-to-man, keeping Siena out on the perimeter.
Massarello finds Andrews. A wild reverse. 12-7 Canisius with the lead in the basketball. Fenn from 21.
I didn't know he had that type of range, Doug. There was no hesitation. Darren Fenn right away, almost NBA range, knocks it down from deep.
And you can see why Mike McDonald likes to keep him coming off the bench. He's instant offense. 8 points already in just limited time. We're only 7.5 minutes in, and he sat the first 3 minutes.
I spoke to Mike before the game. Interesting. Darren Fensom said, Coach, I don't mind coming off the bench. I'm not worried about starting or my stats. I just want to win. And what a great tribute to this young fellow, being a senior now, one of the leaders of this ball team.
Absolutely. Well, Brian, the nominee of the New York Lottery Max Scholar Athlete Award is the aforementioned Darren Fenn from Canisius. Fenn's a senior pre-med major with a 3.43 GPA from Tonawanda, New York, just outside of Buffalo. At the end of the season, the New York Lottery will provide new computers to elementary schools on behalf of the Men's and Women's Scholar Athlete of the Year. The nominees are selected based on GPA, community participation, and good sportsmanship. The New York Lottery, supporting education since 1967, salutes the inside-outside game of Mr. Fenn for all of his achievements, both on the court and off.
Well, Darren's showing that range, and again, watching him over the years now, he's improved in all facets of his game, now showing great range, Doug. That's a terrific shot from top of the key area.
Well, Brian, he got some great exposure over the summer and experience. He starred for Planet Basketball.
Look at his hitting the trail right there, and then nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yep. And the more you play and against international competition, you expand your game. He played in Finland, he played in the Czech Republic, and he brings it back to the MAC. And he's better now as a senior than he was as a junior when he was averaging a double-double.
Well, I saw him last week when they were down at Manhattan College, and again, there were a couple of pro scouts there, and that's the reason.
Absolutely.
Big, strong guy, not only inside, but outside.
Scott Knapp has come back into the game, as has Clive Bentic. They're matched up, two of the top three-point shooters, not only in the conference, but in the country. Here's Knapp. Bentic stays with him. The pass intended for Berman goes out of bounds.
Yeah, Scott makes up his mind sometimes. Before, he made up his mind to shoot. That time he made up his mind before reading the defense to make that pass.
Siena has committed 6 turnovers already. Just 8 minutes gone. From the corner, nothing but net for Torrey Jefferson.
That was deep, but showing good form. Jefferson knocking the deep corner jump shot down.
You know, Brian, this game is starting to take on the appearance of the game between these two teams out in Buffalo. They're going at the keys that we talked about in the open.
Well, we said defend the three-point line, and again, both of the teams are starting from the outside. A lot of clubs like to go inside first and then outside. These two clubs are coming right out firing from deep.
So far, Siena only 1 for 4 from downtown, while Canisius has hit 2 of its 4 three-pointers. We have a timeout. Canisius with an early 11-point lead on the MAC television network.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are all...
It's Take 5 from the New York Lottery. Now with drawings every day. So now you've got more chances than ever to win. And with drawing 7 days a week, that should make every day a happy day.
These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
If we want to get the word out about college hoops, we really need to stand out.
Yes, we have got to look good.
I can see how basketball can relate to tattoos. I see the X's, I see the O's. 3 seconds in the paint. Are you excited about college basketball?
We are going to be styling at the Garden.
Oh, yeah. Tickets on sale now for the MAC Challenge at the Garden.
Wait for me, wait for me.
At the Sports Authority 107.7 WNSA, our lineup is second to none. Start every weekday workday with one of the most respected voices in Western New York sports, Howard Simon. Every afternoon, talk sports with Art Wander and Mike Shope, and stay up to date into the night with Dave Miller. Plus, we deliver sports updates and scores every 20 minutes all day long. When you want sports, you want the radio home of the Sabres. You want the Sports Authority 107.7 WNSA.
HSBC is proud to sponsor the HSBC Family Section. Tickets and programs for today's game were provided by HSBC, your world of financial services. And that right there is the family of Canisius head coach Mike McDonald. His mom and dad and his 2 older sons have made the trip from Buffalo watching Dad. And actually, Dad didn't make it here to Albany until just a couple of hours ago because their youngest son, Nicholas, has walking pneumonia. He is hospitalized in Buffalo, but apparently Mike's wife, Mara, stayed out in Buffalo, and Nicholas is improving from what I understand. And so Mike felt comfortable about making the late flight to get here in time for the game. And, of course, we wish him well and wish Mara well back out in Buffalo. (18-7) our score. We've got a foul in transition.
Boy, did he show great speed, Doug, that time. Bentic chasing that ball down and going. Looks like he got banged in the back, but he's a tough kid. He'll be okay. Look at his speed coming up with that. Little bump. We call that in New York a subway push.
A little subway push, I see. You've never been a strap hanger in your life, have you, Brian?
Well, a couple of times.
Brian Dukes comes back in for Canisius. And we get our first look at DeWitt Doss, number 11 for the Griffs. You see Bentic going out. Adari Mallory has also checked back out for the Golden Griffins.
There's that trapping out of that 2-3 zone again. Got to keep the ball out of those corners, Doug.
DeWitt Doss, a freshman from Niagara Falls. You know, and looking up and down this Canisius roster, Mike McDonald's done a terrific job of cultivating the talent from across New York State and most specifically out in Western New York. Here's Doss from Niagara Falls to Fenn from Tonawanda, who misfired. You've also got Dukes from Orchard Park out there.
Well, he's recruiting his area.
Yes, Torrey Jefferson's from Rochester. And Andrew Bush is from Smethport, PA. He's the big out-of-towner all the way from Pennsylvania.
Well, Bentic is out of New York City, and Mike was telling me that coming out of his high school, very few people even recruited him. So what a pickup by Mike and his staff.
Out of A. Philip Randolph, he's got himself a diamond in the rough. Dukes backs it out. Isaiah Stewart has come back in defending for the Saints. Shot clock at 12. Dukes spots up. Knapp saves underneath the Canisius basket. The Saints were fortunate Andrews was there.
Great catch by Andrews. Good hustle by Knapp.
Knapp's pass deflected away again. Karangwa swings to the corner. Stewart into Miller. Justin Miller with the bank shot.
Boy, you got to love the passing that time by Siena as they reversed it around the horn and then finally going inside for the 2 points.
Speaking of youngsters from Western New York, Justin Miller. He's one that got away and came here to Eastern New York to play for Albany. Or for Siena, rather.
Well, he has good size at 6'8" and a good wide body. A young kid like that's going to get bigger and better in time. In the next couple of years, he's going to be a real force. Nice passing around the horn, and then they take it right inside. Look at that nice pump fake for the 2 points.
From Lakewood, New York. He was recruited by Atlantic 10 School. St. Bonaventure was hot on the trail, but he chose to come to Siena. Jefferson alone from the right corner. He just moments ago hit one from the left side. Foster pulls it out. Midway through the first half, Andrew Bush from 18.
Well, Bush has that type of range. He can score inside, but he can face up that time a little bit inside the three-point arc, knocking it down.
Dwayne Archbold with the ball. Archbold and Knapp, Brian, the top 2 scorers for the Saints, still scoreless, each of them.
Well, we talked about transition defense and not letting Canisius get easy scoring opportunities. Bush running the floor that time for 2 points. Crowd's getting a little restless, Doug.
Well, the game's been going for almost a half an hour, and Siena has just 9 points.
A lot of their outside shots, Siena, everything's just hitting the front of the rim.
And Siena and Louis Orr is trying to get his team away from relying so heavily on the shot. But when you have a player like Scott Knapp and his shots aren't falling, obviously that's going to impact things.
Well, it is, and that's why you like to try to go inside. See how they defend it. If you're one-on-one down the post area, you can score. If not, you can kick it out for those three-point shooters.
Since that game earlier this month when the Saints got blown out in Buffalo, Louis Orr put to his team, you've got to defend, and since that time they've won 3 in a row. But this game, Brian, seems to be falling again into that pattern of the last game. Dangerous pass by Jefferson. Doss picked it up, and he's tied up, and it'll stay Canisius basketball.
We got a timeout by Canisius.
So no held ball. The alternate possession arrow will stay in Canisius' favor. They burn a timeout. Fans, this week's Did You Know feature is brought to you by Citizens Communications, the official telecommunications company of the MAC. And did you know that Canisius senior Darren Fenn currently ranks 13th in career scoring and 6th in career rebounds all time at Canisius College? Did you know that, Brian?
I didn't, but I can believe it because Darren's been an outstanding player, and it's another guy who just stayed local. He went to Canisius and has had a great career.
Played his high school ball at Canisius and then his college ball at Canisius as well. And you're right, pro scouts have been paying attention to him for at least a couple of years now, and he'll be playing professionally somewhere next year.
Oh, with his size and, again, the ability to go out and face the basket, we're seeing so much of that in the NBA now with the big people. He has a good opportunity.
Now, Canisius has put people in the NBA before. You remember Mike Smrek? Doss with the charge.
A little bit out of control that time, trying to penetrate. Should have pulled up a little bit sooner. Watch the penetration. Defensive player right there, taking that charge. Stewart doing a good job.
Isaiah Stewart guarded by Doss. 22-9 Canisius. The Saints have not lost this year here on the Pepsi Arena floor, but trailing big early. Justin Miller with a weak side tip.
Well, you like to see the big guys get on the offensive board. Again, the shots are coming off short, hitting the front of the rim.
Foul on Justin Miller.
Bush doing a good job posting up inside. They delivered the ball to him. They got Miller caught on the high side of that screen.
Brian, I mentioned Mike Smrek. Obviously, there are other Canisius Golden Griffins who've played in the NBA. Charles Jordan, Larry Fogel, Herm Hederick, going back a few years. Quite a history out there in Buffalo. Not to mention Ray Hall, the all-time leading scorer in Griff's history.
Andrew Bush over the back that time, an easy call by the officials. But you do like to see your players, when a shot goes to big guys, you like to have them go to that offensive board, try to come up with some second shots, opportunities.
Full court pressure now drops back for the Griffs once the inbound comes. Siena being doubled by Canisius. Quick inside Miller. Double team, steps away from it, but he stepped out of bounds, and so do it. Turnover number 8 by the Saints. We have a timeout. We'll step away from the Pepsi Arena in Albany. Siena struggling from the outset, down 11. You're watching the MAC Television Network.
HSBC makes it easy to get the protection you need for your family and your dreams. HSBC, your world of financial services.
What are those stories?
That about people.
Let's try an interval of about 15 milliseconds, because that's half of what the peso is.
The aspects of the retreat, like you talked about friendship.
Also about what that knowledge means for the human spirit. I know that students are concerned
about touch-up paint.
Oops. Sorry.
Bendix brakes. TRW tie rods. Rabbit's foot. Advance Auto Parts carries more parts than any other store, including one you won't find anywhere else.
First driving lesson?
Advance Auto Parts. The best part is our people.
Welcome back, everybody. Canisius 22, Siena 11. Along with Brian Mahoney, this is Doug Sherman. Thanks for joining us here on the Empire Sports Network. And this chance to remind you the MAC has 2 upcoming MAC championships. Men's and women's swimming will take place at Loyola College February 15th through the 17th. And men's and women's indoor track and field will be Saturday, February 17th at Manhattan College. For more information, visit the MAC website at macsports.com. And Brian, you having been the former head coach at Manhattan College, you know they have a great tradition in track and field for the Jaspers.
Well, they really do. Over the years, going back for so many years, their track teams have been terrific. And I remember the cross-country events at Van Cortlandt Park were really interesting. I never ran in them, thank God, but they're interesting to watch.
Well, so far, the most interesting part in terms of breaking this down is that Siena's been ice cold from the floor, right, Brian?
Yeah, they really have. They're 5 for 19, 26% from the field. Another easy scoring opportunity by Canisius, and 1 for 6, Doug, from three-point range. And that's the difference in this ballgame, the cold shooting by Siena.
Very un-Siena-like, but when you're a team that lives by the outside shot, you can die by it. Carangua misses.
There's another one, and again, second shots, but they couldn't convert on that. And here's another easy scoring opportunity.
Mallory gets the roll. He comes away from the hoop smiling. He knows he got lucky.
Bentic did a great job of looking up right away to foul Mallory. And again, that one almost spun out. There's another one.
Bad pass by Cavo. They leak out Bentic. Stewart blocked the shot. And Mallory gets the foul. Great hustle by Stewart. And Mallory gets the personal.
Stewart did a great job of blocking that. And again, the defense creating some turnovers, and they're looking straight up ahead. Bentic taking in with that left hand, and it's a clean block up top. Doing a good job during the foul there.
And there's Mallory. Didn't know whether to slam it or lay it off the glass, and was actually pretty lucky it didn't trickle out.
Well, you know, you have to use the backboard, Doug. That time he went right into the basket. Then it comes back with an easy scoring opportunity. I think it's that first time they've had an easy opportunity in this half.
Siena down 13. The fans here in Albany start to make some noise again. Jay Keys, number 1, has come into the game for Canisius. Here's Sadari Mallory. Offensive foul. Mallory's begging to have the basket count, but clearly the contact was made before the release.
No, against good defensive teams, you cannot drive that deep from the wing that time. Mallory a little bit under control. Good defense is going to get there and take the shot. Cavo doing a great job getting above the low post area, stepping in for that charge.
Mallory checks out after picking up his second. Stewart guarded by Keys. They run screens for Knapp. The pass goes off the hand of Berman. It'll be Siena ball, it looks like. No, it's not. It's Canisius ball. Louis Orr on the sideline, you see, can't believe it.
Louis just shaking his head. And again, a lot of action down in that far corner. Canisius hustling for that loose ball. They got the possession.
This Canisius team earlier this week coming off a terrific win over first-place Rider, handed the Bronx their only, as Darren Fenn goes right to the hole.
Well, that's going in the highlight film that time. Little fake, drives it right, finishes with a slam dunk. Darren Fenn doing it all.
Knapp the leaner, that was a 2. But Darren Fenn, who had 22 in that upset of Rider.
What a great move by the big fella. He a crossover, taking it into the lane from the top of the key area, finishes it off nicely.
Offensive foul, 3rd in a row for Canisius. Or I should say in the very recent past, 3 straight offensive fouls.
Well, Siena's defense is starting to step it up, and they want to get back into this game, and that's the one way to do it, Doug, with your defense turning Canisius over. And Siena is such a high-scoring team. A lead of 13 points doesn't mean an awful lot.
Knapp and Harvey in the backcourt.
They can put points up on the board in a hurry, this Siena club.
Averaging around 80 points a game. Harvey goes by Keys. Harvey works the baseline. The reverse. J.J. Harvey, freshman from nearby Colony. Back to an 11-point game.
You can almost sense that they're starting to make their move right now, and it's all started because the defense has picked up.
Richard Hampton has come in for Canisius. Shot clock at 12. Fed at the high post. Offensive foul. It's becoming a broken record, Brian. One charge after another.
Well, once you lower that left shoulder, and you're going to see it right here, it's an easy call by the officials. Berman had great position that time. And again, here comes Siena right now, down 11 points, but it's all because of their defense. The intensity has really picked up that half-court defense.
Skip pass to Harvey. Out of bounds, Canisius. Fenn and Foster were fighting against each other.
Well, again, they're settling for some long three-point shots. I know it's a big weapon that they use during the course of the season, but sometimes when that's not going, you have to make a real effort to get the ball inside.
Brian, the turnovers are piling up. Siena has 10. Canisius has 7 now. Harvey on the baseline again for the finger roll.
Excellent passing, swinging the ball, getting it to Harvey along the baseline. Nice unselfish ball handling.
Bentic, a great fake, but came up short on the runner. Fenn with the putback. Darren Fenn's got 12.
He's really stepped it up, and again, not only outside, showing us all sorts of moves. Jumpers, drives, that time offensive rebound and a putback.
Keys foul in the backcourt. Number 9 against Canisius. Cavo goes out. Andrews back in. There's Mike McDonald. 10-5 this year.
To win on the road, generally your star players have to step up and have their A games. And in this early part, we have 4:09 to go in this first half. Darren Fenn has shown that.
To the tune of 12 points, nearly up to a season average of 14.5. This is J.J. Harvey, 6'4", 200-pound freshman.
So many shots have been short ducked the whole first half by Siena.
Andrews double teamed. Karangwa off the up fake. Foster the rebound. Canisius by 11 with the ball. Harvey commits the foul. Team foul number 7 against Siena, so Bentic will have a 1-on-1.
That'll be a 1-on-1, but you don't mind that because you can sense your club. If I'm Louis Orr, I'm happy. The kids are starting to get after them on the perimeter defensively.
Louis Orr, longtime assistant at Syracuse, Xavier and Providence.
Terrific player for
the
Knickerbockers. I remember watching him play. Just a great ball player.
Justin Miller, foul with the elbow, went right to the chops of Darren Fenn.
I don't think it was intentional. I think Darren's face was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but Miller did clear him with that elbow and connected squarely on his chin.
Timeout on the floor with 3:37 to go. Darren Fenn and the Griffs on top by 11 on the MAC Television Network.
Interesting. Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola? A paradox. While molecularly similar, they logically seem to offer two possibilities. Of course, you must invariably arrive at one and only one correct choice.
Duh.
A no-brainer.
Playing again, better than ever, the 2001 HSBC MAC Basketball Tournament is back in Buffalo, March 1st through the 5th. There's a MAC basketball excellence at the HSBC Arena. The MAC once again delivers the best of college basketball. 20 teams, 18 games, 5 days, 2 champions. The MAC tourney is a must for the basketball fanatic. All session passes are available now for only $75 or purchase an individual session. Don't miss the action. It's playing again, better than ever.
That blustery winter weather has arrived on the SU Hill, but fret not, things are heating up on Inside the Orange.
Get all the highlights, sound bites, and analysis from the man at the top, head coach Jim Boeheim, as well as the play-by-play voice of the Orangemen, Dave Pasch, as well as a complete roundup of the rest of Syracuse athletics, from football to softball and everything in between. That's Inside the Orange, Friday night at 5:30 on the Empire Sports Network.
Canisius 30, Siena 19, 3:37 remaining here in the first half from the Pepsi Arena in Albany. Fans, the 2001 Easton MAC Hockey League Championship hits the ice March 15th through the 17th at the University of Connecticut Ice Arena in Storrs, Connecticut. All session passes are affordably priced at $12 a pop. For information, call toll-free 1-877-AT-UCONN, 1-877-AT-UConn. Along with Brian Mahoney, this is Doug Sherman. Justin Miller just called for the offensive foul. Swinging that elbow may not have been on purpose, but nonetheless, he connected.
He connected. Darren Fenn is a big guy. He went down right away. Siena going to the 2-3 zone. They do that on every out-of-bounds play. They like to trap in the corners out of it.
Foster in the corner. Inside to Fenn. Bentic from way outside.
That was a little long, right?
A little bit.
That was a step beyond the NBA 3.
Although, you know, when you're shooting 53% from out there, I guess as a coach you wouldn't say anything about that. Knapp, though, has been just the opposite. Cold as ice all game long. Archbold. Siena continues to struggle. Andrews with another look to Harvey. Around the rim and out.
That's been typical all of this first half of Siena. Spinning out.
The Saints must feel like this one basket has a lid on it. Canisius, meanwhile, comfortably on top by 11. Jefferson, the nice spin move. Harvey, the rebound. Archbold has been held scoreless. Here's Harvey. Taken away by Dukes. Griffs have numbers. Bentic all alone. Foster over the back. Foul against Canisius.
Had a 4-on-1 break that time. Bentic coming up a little short with that corner jump shot. Forced to draw in the foul. Easy call for the official to make.
Well, you know, Bentic is 0 for 3 from outside as well, so he and Knapp were the two big stories coming in from the perimeter, and neither has found their stroke.
How many turnovers for Siena, Doug, do you have?
12 already, Brian.
Well, 12 turnovers and shooting a low percentage. It's going to make for a long first half.
Yeah, it doesn't take Dr. Naismith to figure out this one. There's the Austin Andrews, 6'9", 195-pound freshman from New Britain, Connecticut. .30-21. Dwight Doss out of that terrific high school program in Niagara Falls from LaSalle. Massarello called for the foul on the perimeter. Number 1 on Massarello, the 9th against Siena, and so Dukes will shoot a 1-and-1. Dukes was a big part of the Canisius blowout of Siena earlier this month. He was 3 for 4 from outside. He had 13 points.
He's a very good open shooter, and again, taking advantage of the foul situation with that one-on-one. Good shooter.
That game back on January 10th. Canisius set a school record with 16 3-point shots. Final score was 95-77. And Scott Knapp only played 9 minutes in that game because of the flu, and he's been almost equally as ineffective here today in spite of feeling good.
I know this whole Siena club the last couple of weeks that the flu seems to run through the whole team. Many of the players down with the flu bug.
Although the word is they're all pretty healthy at this point, and with a 3-game winning streak at this point, you would think that they were back to 100%. Archbold strong to the basket.
Yeah, that's a nice move that time. Dwayne Archbold, that taking it strong to the right, going right down the lane.
Junior from Brooklyn with his first points of the game. Dukes right to the basket. Andrews fouled him. He was clean up top, but got him with the body.
What a strong, aggressive move that time, though. But Duke taking it, and almost like the lane opened up, freedom to get to the basket, drawing that foul.
Parting of the Red Sea, and Andrews had to come over and stop him. So Dukes to the line, 6'2" sophomore from Orchard Park, averaging 9 points and 4 assists per game.
Louis looking up. He's saying, let's have this half end, get into the locker room, and come out for another 20. But a great move that time by Brian Dukes, getting to the basket, drawing that foul. Is Archibald. This is going to be his first 2 points, but that's the way to do it. Split the defenders and get to the goal.
Dukes got them both. He has 6 points now. Fenn comes back in. Bush goes out. 1:19 left to go here in the first half. The first game of our men's-women's doubleheader here at the Pepsi Arena in Albany. Along with Brian Mahoney, this is Doug Sherman. Knapp to Stewart. Jefferson the rebound. Siena is 1 for 11 on 3-pointers. Fenn.
Doing a nice job, Canisius, of taking their time, using the shot clock. It's under 10.
Blocking foul this time. Miller tried to draw the charge on Dukes.
As they take the shot clock down to under 10, Dukes takes it to his left, gets right in there, and again you can see the hack right on the arm, the shoulder, the high shoulder there, and he'll be back at the line for 2 shots.
Foul number 2 on Miller, and Dukes back to the line. The Golden Griffins 10-5 overall this year, 3-4 in the conference, tied with Fairfield for 7th place. At this point, Riders in first with a half-game lead over Marist. Riders 7-1. The Red Foxes are 6-1, followed by Iona at 6-2, and then the Siena Saints at 4-3, just a shade ahead of Niagara. And Brian, this looks like, as always, a dogfight for positions in the upcoming MAC tournament.
It really does, and look at the top 4 or 5 teams. They're really doing the job at winning their home games, and if anybody can break through and start winning a couple games on the road, that could be the difference.
It's also that time of year, Brian, where you start thinking about what teams are going to get themselves in position if they don't win the MAC tournament to get an NIT bid. There are 3 or 4 teams that are still on that cusp where they've got to go on some sort of run and get some wins. Time winding down here in the half. Knapp back to Berman. Michael Berman hits the 3. It took almost 20 minutes, Brian, but it looked like Siena finally on its last possession got the stroke.
Well, that could be the turning point for Siena. Just down 10 points, and again, really not having a good half at all. Shooting the ball, shooting threes, and with the turnovers, they're lucky to only be down 10 points, Doug.
We'll take a break. Here at the Pepsi Arena in Albany, it's been all Canisius so far. The Golden Griffins lead 36-26. You're watching the MAC Television Network.
What are you looking for in a college? Cutting-edge academic programs, a faculty that's second to none, great recreational opportunities and residence halls? How about a college that will provide you with the education you need to become a leader in your profession and in your community? If that's what you're looking for in a college, you'll find it at Canisius. To learn more about Canisius College, call 1-800-843-1517 or visit us on the web at canisius.edu. Canisius College, where leaders are made.
The muscle building workout, the fat burning nutrition plan, both in one best-selling video. Fitness Made Simple.
Hi, I'm John Bastow, and like many of you, I tried just about every diet and exercise fad on the market, but nothing gave me the results that I was after. Finally, I used Fitness Made Simple to build the lean, muscular physique, including the tight six-pack of abs I always wanted, but never was able to see before.
This video is transforming the lives of thousands of men and women. Become one of them by calling now.
Get ready, Hoops fans. This Saturday, it's a MAC Conference doubleheader on Empire Sports. Beginning at noon, it's the Golden Griffs of Canisius battling Loyola. Senior Darren Fenn is back and poised to lead his team to victory over the Greyhounds. Game 2 features Niagara versus Ryder as the high-powered Purple Eagles look to soar past the Bronx. It all starts Saturday at noon. Metro Atlantic basketball right here on Empire.
Back at the Pepsi Arena in Albany at the half. Game 1 of our men's-women's MAC doubleheader. And Canisius has had its way so far with the hometown Siena Saints, 36-26 our score. And welcome back, everybody. Doug Sherman along with Brian Mahoney. And when you couple a lot of turnovers for Siena, poor shooting for Siena, not surprising they've been down by double figures most of the way.
Well, they're really fortunate. They hit that three at the end of the half, but they're only down 10 points. They're a high-octane scoring team. So if they can go in at half, forget about this first half, come out fresh, and get after it, I think they'll be in good shape.
Okay, let's check some of the out-of-town scores from around the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference from earlier this week. And you see that big game out in Buffalo. Canisius beat Ryder 85-83 to hand the Bronx their first league loss of the season. Meanwhile, Siena was really tested the other night in Jersey City, was able to eke one out against St. Peter's. Nice non-league win for the Stags of Fairfield. Iona by 10 over Manhattan. The Gales seem to have rewrited themselves off of last Monday's debacle here at the Pepsi Arena. Ryder back into the win column against Niagara, and also yesterday, Marist, the Red Foxes, winning by 8, so Marist and Ryder continue to set the pace at the top of the conference standings. And we touched upon it just a little bit late in that first half, Brian, and with both Ryder and Marist atop the standings, yes, they're first and second, but everybody else is right behind them.
Go, they're right there. You know, there's only about 5 weeks to go in the conference plays, and sometimes the kids on the teams think, well, you know, we have a long time, but you have to make hay now.
Yes.
How you play in January is really going to put you in position for what you're going to do in February and then the postseason.
Okay, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll speak to the president of Siena College, Father Kevin Mackin. His Saints trailing the Griffs from Canisius by 10 on the MAC Television Network.
So, they'll get off the bus, pick out the car they want, be on their way in seconds.
We'll call it Fast Break. Our fastest way to rent a car.
Can we get people from the airport to their car quicker? We can if we give everyone jet propulsion packs.
Back open the bleeder valve and fill the tank to 800 psi.
I like the fast break idea.
That's a great idea. I like that one. Okay, let's go with that one.
Wow. Remember college?
I bet you do.
I bet you do.
Remember the highs, the lows,
The pressure.
the party?
Are you kidding me? You're gonna risk your hard-earned cash
Take food off your table. Off your table?
betting on 18
18-year-old kids?
kids.
You might as well.
Throw your money away.
Fool.
Fool.
So watch our games for this kind of
This
action,
kind of action.
not this.
Not this.
Because if you're banking on me,
To make your day?
don't
Don't
bet on it. Don't bet on it.
Bad cheetah.
See? That's why I'm not a cat person.
You ready for the big game, honey?
Yeah, I wish Grandpa was still coaching.
I know, but it's just too hard for him to walk to the fields.
Batter up.
Grandpa?
Surprise.
Pop, you're here.
And ready for action thanks to my new rascal. Now let's go get him, girls.
Great sale. I wish Mom was here. You know Mom can't walk the mall anymore.
Wait a minute. Mom? Surprise!
What's this?
It's my new rascal scooter.
So
now let's hit the stores.
If you have trouble getting around, call now to find out more about a Rascal, the only scooter with the three-way mobility difference. The Rascal is easiest to operate with just one hand controls, easiest to transport with unique take-apart design, easiest to afford with easy payment plans and more value for your dollar. Don't settle for less out of life. Call for a free color catalog today.
Call 1-800-603-8787 to get this free Rascal catalog and find out about our special introductory offer and insurance reimbursement details.
This game is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. New York Lotto, will you be ready if it happens to you? Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. Citizens Communications, the official telecommunications company of the MAC. By Budget, get out of the ordinary with Budget. And by Chase Manhattan Bank, the right relationship is everything. Welcome back to the Pepsi Arena in Albany. Siena trailing Canisius on its home floor, 36-26. First half of our MAC men's-women's doubleheader here in Albany. And welcome back, everybody. We're joined now by the president of Siena College, Father Kevin Mackin. And Father, thank you very much for joining us here.
Happy to be here, Doug.
Thank you very much. And we've been talking all year about this being the 20th anniversary season for the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. Siena has been around, I'd say, now for 11 years maybe, or 12. In that time, what have been some of the memories, and why is Siena a good fit for the MAC?
Well, number one, we have a great venue here at the Pepsi Arena. We have about 50% of our alumni that are right here from the Capital Region, and they're connected to all kinds of jobs in the Capital Region, and that's why we usually have a really fine attendance. And Siena has always had a history of basketball. It goes back to the 1950s when Siena was really a basketball power, and so we're continuing that tradition, and that's why I think we're able to attract a lot of fans. It's an exciting venue for us here, and one of the memorable events I remember was the Siena-Niagara game last year when I think it was we were ahead by 2 points, and I can't remember the player, but he took a shot, three-pointer, and the ball hit the rim, kind of circled the rim a bit, and didn't go in the basket, went the other way, and we won.
Yes, well, the last few years have been quite prosperous for your program. Regular season champs last year, postseason champs the year before with the NCAA bid. Now, this has become quite a home court advantage, the Pepsi, but people need to know that this is a couple of miles away from your campus. You have the on-campus facility that also, the Arc was a nice home court advantage as well.
Sure, and our women's basketball team still plays there. We have a lot of things going on the campus. We have, for example, we just finished a new Standish library. It's a state-of-the-art library. We're building a student union, the Saracen, after Gene Saracen, the golfer.
Legendary golfer, right.
And that's going to be opening within a month and a half. So the Saracen Student Union. And then after that, we're going to open a new science center, and that's going to be opening in September, for the September 2001 academic year. So we're really delighted with that. And now we're looking at some additional residence hall on campus. So there's a lot of activity there. We have a good implementation plan for academic excellence. We're doing a lot of different things. It's 155 acres. It's right outside of Albany.
Yep.
And when you're up in that area again, Doug, stop by.
I usually do. Now, the coaches predicted in the preseason that Siena would finish 7th And if we take a look at the current standings from around the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, Siena's doing better than that. Brought to you by Citizens Communications. Your school is achieving higher than they were expected. They're up in 4th place right now.
And it's always great to be doing better than what they thought you were going to do. So Louis Orr is a really fine coach for the men's basketball team. We're delighted with him. I think he relates really well to the players. And unfortunately, some of our players are out. For example, Jim Clinton has a stress fracture, still has a stress fracture. So does Dale Taylor. But when they get back, and we hope they're going to be back soon, we'll even have a more impressive team.
It does look bright, the future. Well, thank you, Father Kevin Mackin, for joining us here today, the president of Siena College.
Good.
Saints trailing at the half. We'll take a break and come back with some halftime highlights and statistics as your Saints are down by 10. Thanks for stopping by.
Right, good. Take care.
You're watching the MAC Television Network.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are all...
It's Take 5 from the New York Lottery. Now with drawings every day. So now you've got more chances than ever to win. And with drawings 7 days a week, that should make every day a happy day.
These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
There is an easier way to find a job. The MAC, together with JobTrack.com, bring you the largest job listing website, exclusively for students and alumni. It's where over 400,000 businesses have come looking for talents just like yours. The MAC and JobTrack.com, the fastest track between school and work. Check it out at your school's Career Center.
What? Dean's List.
These remarkable men and women are among the 40,000 athletes with mental retardation who train with Special Olympics New York. And there are nearly as many volunteers. I'm a volunteer myself because I've seen what Special Olympics can mean to those who take part. And that's why I am so delighted to be part of this wonderful effort. Please join me. Thank you very much.
Canisius 36, Siena 26, halftime of our MAC game of the week. Welcome back, everybody. We've got Brian Mahoney back in, along with Doug Sherman, and we take a look at our first half highlights. It's the running theme. Siena struggling from the perimeter, Brian, and when you defend as Canisius has and rebound as Canisius does, we take a look at, you wind up getting some easy baskets.
Well, Siena passing the ball around the perimeter. Archibald misses the shot here, and right away Canisius looking up the floor, trying to get the ball inside. Bush running the floor very well, up and under for 2 points, an easy 2 points.
Then Clive Bentic misfires. We've seen a lot of missed shots, but Darren Fenn came off the bench with a tremendous spark for the Griffs.
Well, Fenn having 12 points, showing us inside, outside, putting it on the floor, driving.
Finally, Dwayne Archbold, the top scorer for Siena, broke through late in the half with a strong drive.
Yeah, he does a good job here, going right down the lane, protecting the basketball, and getting to the goal. We want to see more of that from Siena instead of settling for those long outside shots.
Our first half stats brought to you by Citizens Communications, and the Saints, you see, shooting only 33%. And turnovers also a big factor. The Saints have been turning it over at an alarming rate while the Griffs have taken care of business. Rebounds about even. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the start of the second half as Darren Fenn and the Golden Griffins lead by 10 on the Saints of Siena. You're watching the MAC Television Network.
Unlock your home equity at HSBC for the important things in life. HSBC, your world of financial services.
What are
those stories.
Without people.
Let's try an interval of about 15 milliseconds, because that's half of what the P cell is getting.
The aspects of the retreat, like you talked about friendship.
It's also about what that knowledge means for the human spirit. I know that students are concerned about this.
Hi, I'm Kurt Warner, and this is my wife, Brenda. We're here to talk about the American Red Cross.
When I lost my parents in a tornado several years ago, I was utterly devastated. But the Red Cross was there for me in my time of need, and they really touched my life. You can help the families and individuals affected by disasters by making a financial contribution to the American Red Cross Disaster Relief Fund.
Please call 1-800-HELP-NOW, because your help can't wait.
Now you can make every occasion a special event with Presto, the only single-use camera that puts the caption of your choice on the film. Tell us what you want your pictures to say, and we'll send a Presto camera with film made especially for you. For birthdays, holidays, weddings, proms, vacations, any occasion, you can caption the magic with Presto.
Order a Presto camera with your choice of a caption up to 30 letters and spaces on the film. $19.95 plus $4.99 shipping and handling includes a free custom camera wrap. Discounts available for 2 or more cameras. Call now.
Tired of the snow? Want a little sunshine in your life? You're in luck. Empire Sports will bring you a week's worth of Florida sun, and we'll even throw in a little football. Starting Sunday, January 21st, join Bob Trimble live from Tampa Bay as he spends the week covering Super Bowl 35 on Fan TV and the Empire Sports Report. Live interviews with NFL newsmakers and previews of the big game. Super Bowl coverage with a New York twist, sponsored by Phillips on Empire Sports Network.
We're ready for the start of the second half here at Albany. Canisius with a 36-26 lead. The Griffs will begin the second half with possession of the ball. Torrey Jefferson right in front of our broadcast location. Inbounds to Brian Dukes, and we are underway. The Griffs had it all their own way in that first half. Let's see if the second half goes along those same lines. Very quickly, we've got a foul away from the ball underneath. And goes against Andy Cavo of Siena.
Just trying to post up inside, and again, off the ball foul. Not the way I'm sure Siena wanted to start it, but again, they got to feel good. They're only down 10 points, Doug. We got a whole half to play.
We got to look there at Darren Fenn on the bench. Since being injured, he's been playing a reserves role and working quite well. He has 12 points so far to lead all scorers. Michael Berman leads Siena in the scoring column so far with 7.
Get Siena going to the 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play.
Nice little look to Foster, who freed himself on the baseline.
That's a great spot to get the ball. We call that the short corner, and if you can get in there, you can commit a lot of damage to your opponent.
Nice little look-away dish from Bentic, and Foster strong to the basket. Back to a 12-point lead. Turnover number 13 for Siena. Dukes goes around Knapp. Offensive foul. Michael Berman must lead the MAC in charges taken.
Boy, he's willing to give up his body. And again, Duke's doing a good job of penetrating it down the lane. But Berman right there comes across to help, steps up, takes it. Good call by the official.
He had some stitches in his lip earlier this year, came up bloody, just kept playing. He's got a hockey player's mentality. Coach Orr calls him a warrior. There's another turnover.
That's 2 straight times, 14 turnovers. Way too many, especially when you're not shooting the ball well.
Bush spun away from the double team. Count the basket in 1.
Boy, you love it when you come down and your first option is to go inside. They get it to Bush inside. He spins, draws the foul, and makes the basket. Nice look, nice bounce pass. And again, just spinning, coming up with it. And if you keep getting the ball that deep, you're going to shoot a high percentage.
Lewis Orr has called a timeout after the Bush basket, and he will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah,
play resumes.
We're only a minute 20 in, and a couple of turnovers, a couple of fouls, and again, defensively, you can't give up that type of position to a Bush or a Fenn. They're going to have a hatful.
Hey, fans, check out MAC basketball action at the Sovereign Bank Arena in Trenton, New Jersey on January the 27th. The men's doubleheader features These Golden Griffins from Canisius against Loyola, followed by Niagara versus First Place Rider. Family ticket packages are available now. For more information, call 609-520-8383. Those games are at noon and at 2 o'clock. And to find out more about MAC basketball, go online and check out the conference website at macsports.com. It's updated regularly and provides current information about your favorite MAC teams and players. And Andrew Bush, who has really transformed himself here as a junior, saw signs of it last year as a sophomore, but really becoming an impact player in the MAC.
Yeah, his minutes have gone up, but so has his production.
7 points so far here today, and it's a 15-point lead. Andy Cabo.
That was a nice stroke by Cabo. It came out of a set play, and again, good timing on that, good pass, and again, no hesitation, knocks in the three.
Dukes left alone, and he gets the roll.
Got the shooter's touch that time. Again, very good open shooter. Had a lot of time. Nobody was near Dukes that time.
Dukes now into double figures with 11. Knapp, another brick.
Yeah, that shot was way off. Missed badly that time to the right.
Siena's top two scorers, Knapp and Archibald, combined for 30 points a game. They have just 4 so far here tonight. Bentic left alone. Isaiah Stewart thought he had help along the baseline. He had none.
There's no help at all. And again, you got to be pleased if you're Canisius, the way they're running their half-court sets, taking that shot clock down, coming up with scoring opportunities.
Stewart misfired. Bentic goes to the left hand. Bush over the back for the foul. Herman had position, and Andrew Bush picks up his second personal.
Good drive by Bentic, though, breaking down the defense, getting into the lane. He's very good with that left hand. Once he gets around the basket, Bush that time coming over the back during the foul.
Prosper Karangwa has come in for Siena. John Ferris has come in for Canisius. Stewart threw it away. Archibald zigged, and the pass zagged.
Number 15, and again, that's when you're not shooting well, you turn the ball over. Nothing going right for Siena in the first 24 minutes of this ball game.
Harvey back in. Stewart goes out. Lewis Orr trying to find the right combination. Ferris. Jefferson from the baseline over Archibald.
Jefferson stroking, came off a little screen down and long, knocked in that 15-foot jump shot.
It's a 19-point Canisius lead. Cavo off the up fake. Another deflected pass. Siena will retain possession.
Canisius defense very active, and again, they're keeping Siena out on the perimeter, making them settle for some long outside shots, and of course they're not hitting them this afternoon.
Shot clock at 15. Archibald was fouled by 00 Torrey Jefferson.
Good play that time to try to get him the ball coming off a screen down low, Doug. And again, he wasn't going to settle for the shot. He wanted to drive it to the basket during the foul. Here he comes off a down screen, and he tries to curl right into the lane. The reach-in foul.
And back to live action. Andy Cavo just knocked down a three, his second three-pointer here in the second half. I was about to say, no Siena player, not a single player, Brian, has seemed to have any sort of feel or flow so far. Maybe Cavo would be the first. Jefferson, the offensive rebound. Count the basket in one.
Boy, you got to like the effort by Jefferson, going up strong with both hands above the rim, getting that second shot opportunity, finishing it, drawing the foul.
The 6'6" junior from Rochester East High School, now with 7 points. And look at the rebounds, 8 boards so far.
Doing a great job at transfer for him out of Rhode Island, and again, very athletic. That time we saw him before, hit the baseline jump shot there, going to the offensive board high above the rim, finishing the play. It's been all Canisius, Doug, in this first 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, Brian, they led by 10 at the half. It's up to 18 right now. Timeout on the MAC Television Network.
I see a little silhouette of a can. Mountain Dew, time to do the slam dunk go. Citrus taste and quenching, very, very exciting me. Fantastico, Figaro. Here we go.
Playing again, better than ever, the 2001 HSBC MAC basketball tournament is back in Buffalo, March 1st through the 5th. Come celebrate 20 years of MAC basketball excellence at the HSBC Arena. The MAC once again delivers the best of college basketball. 20 teams, 18 games, 5 days, 2 champions. The MAC tourney is a must for the basketball fanatic. All session passes are available now for only $75 or purchase an individual session. Don't miss the action. It's playing again, better than ever.
No matter what New York neighborhood you happen to live in, chances are HSBC is now your neighborhood bank. HSBC, around the world and around the corner.
Earlier this month, Canisius beat Siena in Buffalo by 18 points, and that's the spread right now here in Albany. Fans come celebrate the MAC's 20th anniversary at Madison Square Garden on February 4th when the conference announces the men's 20th anniversary team. Should be fantastic. And immediately following Marist and Fairfield will play at 2 o'clock while Manhattan and Siena tip it off at around 4. To get tickets, contact the participating schools or call Ticketmaster at 212-307-7171. And Brian Mahoney, my guess is that Lionel Simmons' name will be on there somewhere.
I would think so. What a great player he was for LaSalle, and again, many years in the NBA, but an outstanding basketball player.
Well, those teams of Speedy Morris in the late 80s and early 90s when they had 3 NBA players at the same time, Randy Woods, Doug Overton, and Lionel Simmons, I'd imagine those 3 names will be on there somewhere.
It'll make you a pretty good coach, have a guy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Dwayne Archbold guarded by Hodari Mallory. Cavo, who's hit 2 in a row, can't make it a three-peat, but Harvey gets the offensive rebound. Strong to the basket. He will shoot 2.
You're going to have to do more of that. Instead of running your plays for 3-point shots, run them to either get it inside or break somebody down off penetration. There's a good penetration right here by Harvey, getting to the goal and drawing the foul on the arm. Missed the shot, but that's what you have to do to try to get back into this ball game. Again, a good strong drive to the basket. Just came up a little short.
Harvey is 73% foul shooter. And Brian, you get the sense that the crowd here in Albany is wanting to get going, but so far Siena's really not put together any sort of run that they're used to seeing.
No, they haven't made any of the threes that for all the Siena teams the last number of years I've watched Siena play was such a big part of it. And again, the combination of turnovers really hurting their offensive effort.
Harvey gets a pair. He's got 6 points. 51-34. Dukes breaks the pressure. Darren Fenn has come into the game. Foul off the ball against Austin Andrews while his coach Louis Orr was screaming his name from the sideline. Saw what was coming.
He could sense that it was coming. Louis Orr's seen a lot of basketball in his day, and again, defensively, you can't get called for those type of foolish fouls.
Andrews has a similar build to the one Louis Orr had in college. Actually, 6'9", a little under 200, just about the same. Toby Foster with a basketball. Here's Fenn. Mallory from the corner. Karang with a rebound for Siena. Pushing it up to Archbold. Dangerous pass, knocked out of bounds. Mallory was the last to touch.
We can also sense, Doug, that Siena wants to get it going. They'd like to get some easy scoring opportunities. But now facing a set defense, you want to try to draw fouls, get the ball inside. Don't settle for long jumpers.
Archbold, too strong off the glass. Tipped by Andrews. Archbold again, fouled by Dukes.
Boy, is he working hard to try to get back into this ball game for a Siena club, and that's what it's going to take. It's going to take that hard-nosed type of basketball and get it to the goal, draw fouls.
Well, Archbold from Brooklyn, from Robeson High School in Brooklyn, known as the toughest kid on the team, and you see it here.
Well, and he stayed with it. He missed it. He took a strong, hard drive, but gets after it. And again, working so hard, drawing that foul, getting to the free throw. Now you have to convert.
Archbold had a career-high 27 against Texas Christian out in Hawaii, but you see he has struggled so far here today.
Averages over 15 points a ball game.
Fans, this copyrighted telecast of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the MAC and MAC properties. Louis Orr's team down by 15. Darren Fenn missed the bunny. Andrews the rebound. J.J. Harvey pushing to Karangwa. To the basket. Blocked by Mallory. Fenn the rebound. Big defensive stop by the Golden Griffins. Off of Karangwa, it'll be Canisius ball with 19 seconds on the shot clock.
Mallory having a tough time handling the ball that time. Siena trying to dig down and get after it defensively. They need to stop.
Siena in a man-to-man. Jefferson along the baseline. Goes to the other side and lays it in.
Jefferson really stepping up, playing extremely well, taking along the baseline, like you said, up and under for the layup.
Double figures now for Jefferson. He's got 10. Harvey tries to answer back, but no basket. Offensive foul on the freshman from Colony. Wave off the basket. No argument from Louis Orr.
See a number of charges in this ball game. He's going to take it strong to his right. Gets around.
At the other end, Miller blocked the shot by Fenn. Look away past Jefferson. Carbon copy of the last time down.
Same thing, Fenn staying with it. The officials are letting them play a little bit. Again, Canisius very aggressive, playing so well in this ball game.
Archbold still working the baseline. A foul on Mallory.
Well, Mallory's upset, but you have to move your feet. You got to cut him off on that baseline side. And again, bumping him a little bit. The officials are going to call those outside bumps. Just got to slide your feet a little bit more for Mallory.
That's foul number 4 on Hodari Mallory. And he'll check out. Clive Bentic also removed from the game for Canisius. Dukes and Doss back in for the Griffs. Archbold, the pull-up. Jefferson got a piece of it. Just over 7 minutes gone here in the second half. Through 27 minutes of play, it's been all Canisius. They led by 10 at the break, 36-26, and they've done nothing but expand on that. Foul against Archbold. That's number 3 on Dwayne Archbold. Austin Andrews has 4 for Siena. Archbold and Miller have 3.
Little reach in that time on the perimeter. It doesn't look like much, but again, the officials, I think, have been pretty consistent with calling those those bumps outside on the perimeter.
Both teams, Brian, with 6 team fouls. Next one will put them over the limit. Duke's looking. Scott Knapp and Isaiah Stewart have come back in for Siena, senior co-captains. Foster's pass knocked away. Stewart comes away with it. Well, there's a defensive stop, Brian. Massarello, though, can't turn it into points at the other end. Goss the rebound. Quick pass to Fenn. Jefferson cleans it up.
Boy, Jefferson all over the floor. That time attacking the offensive board, comes up with the loose change, puts it in for an easy scoring opportunity.
Cavo from the head of the key. The ultimate of shooters bounces. Holy cow.
That stayed up there a long time, Doug, but on the third bounce, found the net.
9 for Cavo. Foul on Massarello. You know, Brian, all game long, Canisius has been very good with its tempo. We talked about it at the Open. They've worked time off the clock, taken the breaks when they've had a chance, but by and large getting good looks off of their half-court set.
Yeah, they really have. And once they get it down, they're not in a hurry offensively. They're trying to stay with their patterns. They're doing a good job off dribble penetration. Jefferson has just played tremendous basketball this first 9 minutes of the second half, coming up with jump shots around the baskets, that time off the dribble during the foul.
He averages 10.5 points and 6 rebounds a game. He has already bettered both of those numbers. Knapp can't get the runner to fall. It's been that kind of game for Scott Knapp.
He traveled.
And we've got a timeout, an official's timeout at the Pepsi Arena, as Torrey Jefferson and the Golden Griffins of Canisius have opened up a 57-39 lead on the Saints of Siena. You're watching the MAC Television Network.
Gardeners, if you love fresh-tasting vegetables and beautiful flowers, but hate the thought of back-breaking work, call toll-free for our Troy-Built Great Gardens catalog with exciting information on our full line of Troy-Built tillers. Discover how the amazing Troy-Built tillers work rich organic matter into your soil for beautiful gardens and delicious fresh vegetables. Plus, Troy-Built tillers are the best tiller value on the market with a cast-iron gear-driven transmission, not a hard-to-maintain chain-driven transmission that is less reliable. We even offer a lifetime warranty. So why buy another tiller when you can get the best tiller on the market at an amazing new low price? And for a limited time on select models, free financing, free shipping, and free bumper. Learn more about the best value Troy-Built tillers. Call for your free Troy-Built catalog today. For complete details on the entire line of Troy-Built tillers, call toll-free 1-800-889-6200. That's 1-800-889-6200, or visit our website at www.troybuilt.com for 24-hour ordering.
Welcome to the brand new M-Weil Fashion Outlet and our outstanding selection of first quality famous brand clothing, including Pierre Cardin, Harry Ellis, Kenneth Cole, Reserva, Palm Beach, and more. Also new at M-Weil is our fully stocked formal wear department. How about the area's finest furnishings and accessories? And new services like custom alteration. No hassle returns and exchanges only at
M-Weil. Passes on the savings to you.
This week's Chase Mack Men's Player of the Week from Rider University, Mario Porter. The Mr. Do-Everything for the Bronx, averaging over 20 points and 5 rebounds a game, had the big 31-point night against Iona. Porter's week was highlighted by that big win over the Gales, which brings us to our Mac Rookie of the Week. Greg Jenkins, one of the dynamic Mr. Do-Everything for the Gales. He is going to be a good one down the road. He's already good one. He's going to be a great one somewhere down the road, Brian.
He really is. He has good size. He can score inside. And Jeff Ruland has some very fine young players, big players. Courtney Fields, I saw him play yesterday, had an outstanding ball game against Manhattan. This young kid, he has a great future ahead of him.
Multi-talented, both of them, about 6'9", long and lean, great bodies. They both can handle the ball, particularly Fields loves to run the break.
Fields comes down, he's playing the point guard position at times.
Full court pressure by the Griffs. They have not let up the entire game. Oh, you don't see very often in any league, any team at home, down by this much throughout the game. It is tough to go on the road and lead by double figures throughout.
It really is. And Scott Knapp finally connects to that long jump shot. And let's see if that gets their defense going so they can try to claw back into this game.
The crowd responding to Knapp's first three-pointer of the game. He is 1 for 4 so far here today. Dukes, the leaner, blocked by two different Siena players, but Dukes gets it back, 10 on the shot clock. Doss came down with it.
You know, Doug, so many times you see a team struggle for 30 minutes of a ball game. They make a shot like Scott just made before. Their defense intensity picks up.
Yep.
And that time, terrific effort by the Siena Ball Club that time, coming back and really playing outstanding half-court defense. But let's see if we'll now go over to the offense.
That wound up being a personal foul against DeWitt Doss. Winding down to the midpoint of the second half here in Albany. Along with Brian Mahoney, this is Doug Sherman. Berman inside. Rolled out, but he'll go to the line.
Well, good set play. Berman posting up big down inside. And again, the ball just trickled off the rim. We've seen a number of those shots today by Siena, but he has a chance right now to make two up. Nice post up down low. They get the ball over the top. You like to see the big guy go up with two hands to catch it in. Again, he'll finish more of those shots off than miss.
On Bush, that was his second personal. Berman hit the first. Justin Miller and Prosper Karangwa looking on.
We got one.
Berman suffered knee ligament damage back in December, had surgery the first week of December, and is still not 100%, but back into the rotation the last couple of weeks. Knapp works around the screen by Canisius, but wounds up getting screened by his teammate. Dukes. Knapp comes away with it. Scott Knapp. Brian, I would say he has found his stroke.
It's two in a row. He has great NBA range, and at that time I'm saying, I don't know if that's the shot they want, but he buried it.
Down to 11. Bentic, offensive foul. Michael Berman has taken, I would count, at least his fifth charge today.
I think you're right. He gives up his body as well as anybody I've seen in the last few years. And again, here's Scott Knapp. That was from deep.
If there were a league higher than the NBA, it would have been from that range. And Berman, meanwhile, is the lunch pail meat and potatoes guy inside, getting it done for the Saints, who are trying to make a game of it. Back within 11, Canisius has used the timeout. And it gives us a chance, appropriately enough, to look at our Citizens Communications long-distance shooter update. This was before today's action. Scott Knapp has been leading throughout this year. Citizens Communications, the official telecommunications company of the MAC. Once again, the proud sponsor of the MAC long-distance shooter of the year. And Knapp is up to 59 now. And he has won this in the past. He's won it once before. And let's take a look at number 59. As impressive as any.
Well, look how deep this is. That's about 5 feet beyond the NBA. I mean, that had to be 30, 31 feet out there. And again, The crowd's been waiting for something to cheer about. We got a little over 9 minutes to go, and you can sense that the run is started. Let's see how Canisius can handle it.
I would have needed a cutoff man from that far. Pressure drops back. This crowd of around 6,000 starting to make more noise. 9 minutes to go. Knapp draws the attention of the Griffs and hits anyhow.
I think they'll go back to him again, but look at the intensity on defense right now by Siena.
The crowd and his teammates feed off Knapp's offense. Bentic misses. Loose ball. Massarello was pushed by Bentic. Foul against Bentic. Massarello, another transfer from the University of New Hampshire, along with Andy Cavo, giving good minutes off the bench. And for Bentic, personal foul number 2. Take another look at Scott Knapp. You know he can feel it.
Well, look at a pump fake. Gets everybody off their feet. Steps in. Almost could have been a foul call there, but buries it, and that's 2 in a row. Hey, if I'm Siena, I'm going right back to Scott on the offensive end and let him get going. We know he's a streaky shooter.
Siena's back with an 8. Massarello misses the first. Andrews and Miller back in. Berman and Cavo go out. Massarello just a shade under 80% on the year. Local product out of Clifton Park. 1 out of 2, his first point. Well-deserved drink on the bench for Michael Berman. Massarello has gone out after hitting the free throw. Dwayne Archbold back in. 8.5 to go here in Albany.
If you're Canisius, you don't want to rush. You don't want to be in a hurry to take quick shots. You want to run your offense.
This is the closest it's been, Brian, since the opening minutes of the ball game. Jefferson. Bush, great rebound. Count the basket and one. He was popped in the eye by Archbold.
Yeah, not the shot I don't think they wanted. Jefferson taking the long jump shot from the corner, but Andrew Bush doing a great job. I think there's a technical call. I'm not sure on who.
Jefferson and Knapp were jawing.
Look at Bush go up high with 2 hands and again finishes off, draws the foul. And after that play, Doug, there was a technical call. We'll have to wait and see what the call is.
Bush is having trouble with his contact lens. He walked right off while the little skirmish was going on the floor. Jefferson and Knapp got tied up. Jefferson called for the technical.
Must have been some words said there. Jefferson took that long corner jump shot. Probably not the shot Mike McDonald wanted, but Bush was there to finish it off, clean it up. Got to keep your head. You're on the road. You got to lead. You know Siena's going to make a run at you.
Knapp, a 94% foul shooter, hits the first. Now Bush will get a chance for his free throw.
Jefferson has played so well in this ball game for Canisius. Just taking him out. Probably let him cool down just for a minute or so.
Bush, a 6'8", 225-pound junior forward. He now has 12 points. He and Fenn with 12. Dukes has 11, and Jefferson's got 14.
See if they go back to Scott Knapp.
Knapp being denied the ball, trying to work the screens. Andrews gives it to him. Here's Archbold, Siena's other big gun. Stewart the pull-up. Odari Mallory comes away. It's a 5-on-4 Canisius. Miller late coming down the floor. And Foster's the one left alone. Andrews the rebound. short on the finger roll.
End-to-end action. Let's see, Canisius shouldn't be in a hurry right now. They should try to pull it out and work that shot clock, try to draw a foul.
Dukes.
Not the shots. The last couple of times, Doug is settling for some long jump shots. They don't need those shots. They're up by 8 points with 7 to go.
Knapp's pass mishandled by Miller. Bentic from the corner. Big shot for the Golden Griffins.
Well, Siena's going to need a timeout right now, I think, to regroup. Or just under 7 minutes.
Again, it looks like we also have another foul away from the ball in the backcourt. And if it's on Hodari Mallory, that's his 5th. So while Louis Orr was calling a timeout, Mallory's getting a tongue lashing from the senior co-captain, Clive Bentic. Mallory has brought emotion and spirit off the bench, but he winds up fouling out.
You also need some self-control.
Yep.
Again, off the ball, the team just knocks in a long 3 to go up 11 points, and again, you come down off the ball foul. Not a good play.
So we've got a slight break here for the replacing of the fouled out, disqualified player. And Siena will get free throws back at the other end. 6 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Louis Orr and his Siena Saints have not lost here on this home floor of the Pepsi Arena so far this year. 7-0, including some nice non-league wins, Brian, against Rice out of the WAC and Fordham from the Atlantic 10.
I saw Fordham earlier this year beat St. John's, and that's a very good win. This Fordham team is getting better and better.
So Archbold at the line. Mallory still pleading for his teammates. I never touched him. I don't think Hodari thinks he even committed one foul today.
Well, he did bring a lot of energy.
Yes, he did.
For the club, and again, just some foolish fouls that he committed this afternoon, make it fouling out of the ball game.
Archbold misses the second. It's a 10-point game, under 7 to play here in the second half. Foul off the ball again. You get the sense the officials are trying to get things back under control?
Well, they are, and again, they're really watching the screens and the cuts away from the ball, and there is a lot of bumping away from the ball. And again, you have a good crew of officials here. John Hughes, Larry Lembo, they're going to take control of this game.
Bruce Shapiro, the third member of our team. There's Larry Lembo. So Duke's at the line. He's a 78% foul shooter. Canisius was the last to touch, and we've got a timeout. 6:37 left to go. Clive Bentic, senior from New York City, with a big three-point shot to help Canisius stave off the run, at least for now, of the Saints. It's a 10-point Gris lead. You're watching the MAC Television Network.
Issue life insurance from HSBC makes it easy to get the protection you need for your family and your dreams. HSBC, your world of financial services.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are all.
It's Take 5 from the New York Lottery, now with drawings every day. So now you've got more chances than ever to win. And with drawings 7 days a week, that should make every day a happy day.
These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
If we want to get the word out about college hoops, we really need to stand out. Yes, we have got to look good.
I can see how basketball can relate to tattoos. I see the X's, I see the O's. 3 seconds in the paint. Are you excited about college basketball?
We are going to be styling at the Garden.
Oh, yeah. Tickets on sale now for the MAC Challenge at the Garden.
Wait for me, wait for me.
We're back in Albany. Siena trailing Canisius 63-53. They were down 10 at the break. And that's pretty much been the story. And good crowd here in Albany for a MAC doubleheader. The women's teams from both of these schools will be playing at the conclusion of the men's game. The Griffs and the Saints coming up. And the Siena women's basketball team, second in the conference. One of the best teams in the league. And Canisius trying to make a push for the postseason, the MAC tournament out in Buffalo. Not far off, Brian. Another, another 5-6 weeks. Not far off.
5-6 weeks, and that's why it's so important for these clubs to try to win some games on the road or any game at all, because you want to get in position for that seeding when they go up to Buffalo.
Isaiah Stewart, Prosper Karangwa, Justin Miller, Andy Cavo, and Dwayne Archbold out there for the Saints in their home white uniforms. Archbold posting up. Cavo quick inside Miller. Taken away by Toby Foster.
Good defensive job that time by Canisius. Last 2-3 possessions, they were a little quick, settling for some outside shots. Let's see if they work the ball and get it inside on this trip.
Dukes, Bentick, Foster, Fenn, and Jefferson for the Golden Griffins in their road blue uniforms. Fenn leans in a blocking foul against Justin Miller. On Justin Miller, that is his fourth. He and Dwayne Archbold both have 4 for the Saints.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to work your offense, Doug. You want to get it. You want to get the ball inside, because if you don't score, there's a good chance you can draw a foul and get to the free throw line.
It has been a relatively quiet second half for Fenn. He had 12 in the first half, none so far here in the second, until that foul shot. First Golden Griffin since 1978 to average a double-double. That came last year, and still could do it this year. Probably not, though. His rebounding average down to 6 per game, but his minutes have been greatly reduced because of injury.
Well, he's a very good player. He's been an outstanding player over his career. And again, all he wants to do is try to win as many games as he can for his ball club.
And so far, so good. 10 wins, 10-5 overall. 3-4 in league play. Knapp's pass taken by Dukes. 18 turnovers for the Saints to 12 for Canisius. Again, the shooting has been the biggest difference, though, Brian. 46% for Canisius, still only 33% for Siena. Other than that little mini run by Knapp a few minutes ago, the Saints have not strung together many shots.
Well, there's still 5.5 minutes to go, but they have to get some stops defensively. Canisius doing a good job of running the shot clock down. Good rebounding there by Siena, but now they got to score, attack the basket.
Just over 5 to play, 12-point game. Karangwa isolated on Dukes, but he doesn't look to penetrate. Here's Cavo. Andy Cavo with a dozen.
Well, when he's set, his shoulders are squared at the basket. That's a nice touch. Siena going to full court pressure, 2-2-1 zone press, trying to trap around half court.
It's a 9-point game, and the Griffs look to work some time off the clock. Bentick drops it off for Fenn. Great little pick and roll. The two seniors knew where each other was going to be.
Really is, and again, that dribble penetration, a lot of good things can happen. He got in there. It was going to be a tough shot, but he found his partner Fenn rolling to the basket. So he'll be back at the line for 2 shots. Nice screen, and look at Fenn roll. And as he leaves his feet, he finds him, drawing the foul and getting to that free throw line. It's so important.
You notice he rolled to an open spot, separated from the defender, and he's rewarded with an easy look. Karangwa and Stewart go out for Siena. Archbold and Harvey come back in for the Saints. Fenn 6'10", 235 pounds. Jefferson got a hand on the ball. Still after it. Cavo, though, gets it to Berman. 66-56 Canisius. Knapp off a screen.
It's streaky, and again, that came off a set play.
Bentic goes right by the double team that never got there. Bentic left alone. The Saints didn't communicate. Bentic misfired. Out of bounds, Canisius ball. Timeout on the floor. Under 4 minutes to play here at the Pepsi Arena. Scott Knapp and the Saints down by 7 on the MAC Television Network.
What are you looking for in a college? Cutting-edge academic programs, a faculty that's second to none, great recreational opportunities and residence halls? How about a college that will provide you with the education you need to become a leader in your profession and in your community? If that's what you're looking for in a college, you'll find it at Canisius. To learn more about Canisius College, call 1-800-843-1517 or visit us on the web at canisius.edu. Canisius College, where leaders are made.
At the Sports Authority 107.7 WNSA, our lineup is second to none. Start every weekday workday with one of the most respected voices in Western New York sports, Howard Simon. Every afternoon, talk sports with Art Wander and Mike Shope. And stay up to date into the night with Dave Miller. Plus, we deliver sports updates and scores every 20 minutes all day long. When you want sports, you want the radio home of the Sabres. You want the Sports Authority 107.7 WNSA.
This game is brought to you in part by HSBC, your world of financial services. The Pepsi-Cola Company, the joy of cola. Citizens Communications, the official telecommunications company of the MAC. And by Chase Manhattan Bank, the right relationship is everything. Canisius 66, Siena 59, within 7, under 4 minutes to go. And today's Pepsi slam of the game is none other than Darren Fenn in the first half, right around Michael Berman, throwing it down. Pepsi, the joy of cola. And Darren Fenn off the bench with a team-high 15 points to lead the Golden Griffins.
Solid player for Canisius. And again, it's so important now, Doug, as we get down to the under 4 minute mark, to run your offense, to get good shots, to try to draw some fouls if you're Canisius. On the other hand, Siena, you've got to come out and play solid defense. You don't want to give up any easy scoring opportunities. Trapping out of that 2-3 zone, they come up with the turnover.
Knapp for 3. Around the rim and out, Archbold lost the rebound. It's Canisius ball. That would have made it a 4-point game.
Good open shot, and again, Scott Knapp's capable, as we've seen, to make those shots that just spun out.
Knapp had only 2 points in the first half. He's had 14 so far here in the second half, but couldn't get that 3 to fall. Under 3.5 minutes to play. 4 seconds to get across the timeline. Bentic does.
They'll try to take this down under 10 seconds before they get a shot. And again, you want to get something going to the basket rather than a jump shot.
Foster guarded by Cavo, under 10 to shoot. Here's Fenn on the post. Backing in on Berman. Tied up, knocked away, shot clock at 2. Dukes the runner. Fenn over the back, foul. Well, all was not lost for Canisius. They still used the time on the shot clock.
They ran the shot clock down, and again, they did get it inside to Fenn, but he lost the ball, and again, they had to get it up at the basket, and then, of course, Sven going in over the back. Just had to throw it up and hope to hit the rim. Easy call by the officials as Sven was crashing the offensive board. So good play by Siena, their defense, and now the time is stopped. They're at the free throw line.
Berman pretty good at the line, although an 83% foul shooter can put up a brick from time to time.
So an awful lot of time, Doug. 2:54 to go in the game. Siena has really crawled back and scratched the way back into this. Showing again that full court 2-2-1 press defense.
Dukes will set it up.
Got to execute well now. You have court offense.
Fenn flashes out. Bentic crossover by Harvey. Timeout called by Mike McDonald, the Canisius coach.
Yeah, I think Mike didn't like what he was looking at, so he's going to take a quick timeout, probably with 12 seconds to go, set up a play where he definitely wants the ball to go. You would like to think it would be inside to draw a foul and get a high percentage opportunity there.
Hey, fans, check out MAC basketball action at the Sovereign Bank Arena in Trenton, New Jersey on January 27th. The men's doubleheader begins at noon with Canisius against Loyola, followed by a 2 o'clock start between Niagara and Rider. Family ticket packages are available now. For more information, call 609-520-8383 as MAC basketball returns to Trenton, New Jersey at the Sovereign Bank Arena. We are here at the Pepsi Arena in Albany, New York. Canisius has led throughout. The lead, though, down to 6 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go. Along with Brian Mahoney, this is Doug Sherman. Glad you could join us for this first of our MAC doubleheader here in Albany. The women's teams will play following this one.
Siena's been zoning the out of bounds all game long and trying to trap either out front or in the corners. We'll see what happens.
Foster passed it away. Canisius not handling the Siena pressure well that time.
Not at all. Forcing the action, and again, a big turnover, giving the ball back to Siena. A lot of time, 2:26 to go.
Canisius led by 20 earlier here in the half. Cavo. It's a three-point game.
They got the place rocking right now, Doug.
You live by the three, you die by the three, and right now the Saints are trying to stay alive. Pressure broken. Bentic lost it, but Canisius gets it back under 2 minutes to go.
You want to be quick. You don't want to rush. That time got away with a turnover.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Bentic works his way to the basket. Berman the rebound.
Not a good shot that time. 3 defenders around him. Canisius needs to stop. Siena looking for another 3.
Knapp and Cabo have been the outside combo here in the second half. Lewis Orr calls a timeout. Brian, it was that same combo on Monday when Siena shot the lights out to beat Iona. Knapp and Cavo, former AAU teammates in Utica, and they have had it working here in the second half.
Well, once you start hitting them, you can get back into a game in a hurry. We've seen it this afternoon, and this Siena team is a very dangerous team when those three-point shots are going down.
Right now, Knapp has 16 points, Cavo with 15. Nobody else in double figures for Siena. Berman's got 9, and he has been instrumental on both ends, drawing charges, scoring points, hitting free throws, crashing the boards.
And how often do you see when the offense starts to get better, your defense really gets rejuvenated, and the kids get after it. And we've seen that this afternoon with the Siena Ball Club.
1:27 to go in regulation. Siena trying to maintain its perfect record this year here at the Pepsi Arena. 7-0 so far, but the Griffs trying to pick up the win on the road.
The double screen for Knapp right now out of the out of bounds.
Nice defense by Dukes to deny. Here's Knapp for the tie. He was fouled and will get a chance to tie it at the line.
Yeah, he was clobbered. And again, he got the shot off. There was no need to really barrel into him. You're going to see it here on the replay. He didn't get it right away. Scott Knapp got it off, and then Dukes came across and really goes full toot into him, knocking him down to the floor.
You could see when Dukes got up, his body language. I think he took a shot to the face. He keeps reaching for his nose.
Mike McDonald saying, we don't want to foul a three-point shooter. Knapp going to the line for 3 shots here.
Especially a guy who shoots 95% from the line. Austin Andrews on the bench, cheering on his teammates.
Knapp really has brought this whole Siena club back on his shoulders with his shooting, having a terrific second half.
One more just like the first two, and we'll be tied at 66. Senior co-captain from Vernon Verona Sherrill High School ties the game at 66. Wow. Now the Golden Griffins have to go to work. Fenn backing down on Berman. Got the layup. Great up and under move.
That's why you want to go to your senior. Have to step up and make big plays. Darren Fenn that time doing a great job. You notice he didn't rush in the pivot that time. Got the shot he wanted.
Full court pressure by Canisius. Isaiah Stewart. Siena down 2 with the basketball. 48 seconds. You see the time remaining in regulation. Cavo gets a pick. Archbold posting on Jefferson for the tie.
What a great move that time as he spun to the baseline, worked his way to the goal. Archibald getting the 2 points.
Shot clock at 27, game clock at 28. Essentially, Canisius can hold for the last shot.
You don't want to shoot it too early. I would go right back to Fenn, get him the ball in the post.
They're setting it up. Foster, though, fires it up and hits the 3. 13 seconds to go.
What a dagger that was. Foster from deep out in the wing. He had Fenn posting up inside, but he felt it. He left it go, and the Canisius kids are really excited. Don't get too excited. We got 12 seconds to go in the ball game.
Foster, who had hit all of 1 field goal up until that point, shot that up like he had the confidence of an NBA player. He knocked it down as though he's been doing it all day.
No question. They wanted to go back inside to Fenn. They popped him out. Foster, he didn't even look inside.
No.
He felt it and drained it from deep.
They had it set to go inside for Fenn, and Foster.
He didn't even take a look inside. No. And again, I guess he felt it. What a big shot by Foster, knocking it in from the deep right side.
That's a sophomore with that feel. Bypassing the first-team All-League senior inside. That takes some confidence. But we have seen Foster time and time again over the last couple of years hit those shots. He's got a great stroke. He hasn't had many looks today, only 1 for 3. But none bigger than that one. Let's take a listen to Louis Orr in the huddle. Actually, I think Coach Orr just pushed our photographer back just a little bit.
Well, the one thing, they need a 3 to tie the game. 2's not going to help. So if I'm Mike McDonald, what do? I know I have to defend the 3-point line. So maybe I can force him to take the ball off dribble penetration. Or do you go out and foul quickly? And send
I might
him
do
to the
that.
free throw line. For 2, now you're hoping that you can rebound a missed free throw, you know? So a lot of coaches are not settled on what they want to do in this particular part of the ball game. Let's go see what Mike McDonald's going to do. We got 12 seconds. They're up by 3. Siena needs a 3 to tie.
Siena down 3 against the full court pressure. Isaiah Stewart with the dribble.
Trying to set up a double screen for Knapp.
Here's Knapp. 3 seconds to go. He's got to put up a runner. It goes in with 9/10 of a second to play. We will head to overtime.
fake outside, split the defenders, and really was all tangled up and let it go.
Well, they tried to set up the double screen, Brian. It didn't really work, and so Knapp had to improvise with 1 second left.
You can see he splits it and then just hangs it, lets it fly, and has he had a touch this second half for Siena.
And then very nearly,
didn't miss by much, did it?
There is the cat burglar. When he has his shooting touch, there is none better in the conference. And you know what? Louis Orr says that Scott Knapp is the best three-point shooter he's ever been around in his days in college basketball.
Just to be sure that it's 3.
Okay. We need to look at Scott Knapp's shot once again.
Maybe we can get a
official
replay of it.
Now Larry Lembo's heading back over to the other side to talk to, well, they're not here at this point. The officials are on the other side of the floor yet. It looked pretty clear on our replay that we saw earlier that Knapp was behind the line for a 3. Okay, go ahead and let it roll. The officials are checking it out, as you see. They're looking to see if Scott Knapp has both feet behind, not the yellow line, that's the NBA line. It's the green line that's just inside. And it looks clearly.
Oh, he was way behind it.
Way behind. Better the officials check it to make sure.
No, they're right on top of it. And again, you know, you have a good crew here, Doug, and they wanted to make certain, but the replay showed he was way beyond that three-point arc when he let it go.
So Scott Knapp now with 22 points as we head to overtime. He had only 2 points at halftime.
20 in the second half.
Yeah.
Well, he put the team on his shoulders, and again, he can score points in a hurry. We said that this Siena team is capable of coming back. They were only down by 10, and again, they've been averaging, 82 points a game. Right now, with deadlocked at 71 apiece.
5 minutes to play in the first overtime period. This crowd of, well, we haven't gotten the official attendance. I would imagine around 6,000. Relatively quiet all game long, Brian, until those last 6 or 7 minutes.
Last 6 or 7 minutes, Scott Knapp goes 5 for 9 from three-point range. And it's been all Siena the last 6 minutes of the second half.
Siena with the first possession here of the second half. So the possession arrow goes to Canisius. Isaiah Stewart. Knapp, backdoor Stewart on the reverse.
Nice two-man game, finding Stewart cutting to the basket.
Fenn posting Berman. Nice ball movement. Runner by Dukes. That time he went with the right hand.
Pulled up from about 12 feet, that little running one-hand jump shot.
13 for Dukes. We're tied again at 73. Berman backing down. 75-73 Siena.
Berman doing a nice job spinning into the lane, showing a nice soft touch over Finn.
Dukes guarded by Knapp. Jefferson. Offensive foul. And who's the guy on the floor? Michael Berman.
How many times, Doug, would you say?
At least 6.
At least 6 times, giving up that body. And again, he does it so well. Jefferson driving from deep, and there is Berman to take that charge.
You know, Brian, you don't need a shot blocker back there. If you're a perimeter defender, you just got to know you're going to have somebody like Berman who will at least step in.
A lot of guys will not give up their body. He does it automatically.
Knapp off a tough feed, hits it anyhow. Stewart's pass was down around his knees, but he converted nonetheless. Knapp commits the foul.
Scott Knapp has this crowd going crazy here, coming off that double screen. Again, burying that long three. And again, defensively got picked up for a little bumpy foul here. But watch this. He curls around the double screen, lets it fly. It was a little low, Doug, but he picked it up and drained it.
Knapp is one off of his career high of 26, which he's reached several times. He hit the shot that sent it to overtime with 9/10 of a second to go. A little runner from about 21 feet away.
Free throws become so big now for Canisius. They're down 4 points. And again, Siena's making them rush a little bit on their offense. They played almost a perfect game for 35 minutes, Canisius. Really controlling the tempo of the game the last 5 minutes. A couple of bad shots rushing their offense.
Then only 1 out of 2 at the foul line from 61% foul shooter Jefferson. 78-74 Siena. Cavo's had a hot hand in the second half as well. There's Knapp. Offensive rebound, Archbold blocked by Jefferson. He continues to make plays. Bentic, crossover. There's Berman. Offensive foul.
Unbelievable. He's right there again. He's stealing the game. We had a pretty good look at it. He might have been moving from the angle we have here. We'll take a peek right here.
Well,
it looked pretty stationary that time from the angle that we have. It looked like he might have been moving, Doug.
I agreed with you, Brian. I thought there may have been a little lean there, the leaning tower of Berman.
But you know, you play at home, sometimes you get those calls.
4-point Siena lead. Archbold off the curl. Finger roll, no. Under 2.5 to go in overtime.
You don't want to be in a hurry here.
He'd had an open look, though.
It was an open look, but, you know, he probably could have taken a dribble or two and get in. 2:15 to go in the game. Canisius is down. You want to get a real good shot, maybe a better shot than that last one by Jefferson.
Archbold.
It's contagious.
That's a 3, and that's a 7-point Siena lead, forcing the Golden Griffins into a timeout.
Isn't it something when one of the players gets on a roll, it starts to become contagious. Archibald doing a good job most of the game by penetrating, curling around screens, settles for a 3 and knocks it down.
And again, you're thinking when Archibald shoots that one up, you're thinking maybe a quick shot, but when it goes in, it doesn't matter.
Coaches are cheering, everybody's cheering when it goes in.
Let's again flash back a few minutes in case you've just joined us to check out Scott Knapp's three-pointer with 9/10 of a second left in the second half to force overtime. If this runner doesn't fall, Canisius holds on to win. Instead, it was pandemonium at the Pepsi, and right now it's a 7-point Siena lead.
But you know, he's done that before.
Oh, yeah.
This is not new for Scott Knapp. He's capable. Again, a streaky shooter. This second half, he's been on fire.
He was the 1998 MAC Rookie of the Year. He's had many magical moments here in Albany in front of the crowd at the Pepsi Arena. And that one ranks right up there.
Canisius needs a hoop right now. You don't want to force the action.
Dukes to the corner for Bentic. Big shot. Clive Bentic from the corner has a dozen.
That was a big 3. That was really deep right there. Canisius down 4, under a minute and a half to go.
Archbold gets a pick from Cavo. Berman back out Archbold. Shot clock down to 15. Archbold trying to find a cutter. Instead, Stewart the pull-up. He can't get the roll. Cavo tip, but Bentic comes away with it. 1 minute to go in overtime. Bentic. Knapp the long rebound.
Well, he felt it. He hit one right before that. Pretty good look, but again, sometimes you'd rather go inside to get that shot. There was so much time left on the shot clock.
Lewis Orr called a timeout. Our Pepsi player of the game, no surprise, Scott Knapp. His numbers so far, 25 points. He had only 2 in the first half. 6 for 11 on three-pointers, 7 for 15 overall. He hit all 5 of his free throws, including 3 big free throws when he was fouled by Dukes late, and then hit the big three-pointer to force overtime, and then hit another 3 to get overtime going. He's our Pepsi player of the game. Pepsi, the joy of cola. Coming up after this one, more excitement between Siena and Canisius. There are the Lady Golden Griffins watching the excitement from the tunnel. The Siena women's team in the background there. They'll get going, about 20-25 minutes after the men's game winds down, and we'll have that action for you here on the Empire Sports Network. 81-77, Siena basketball. Archbold, the trigger man, finds Cavo. He goes to the basket and throws it down.
That should do it.
The one-handed jam by Andy Cavo. He's got 17.
Boy, he exploded to the basket.
Bush lost the rebound. Siena ball.
Well, Siena came back down the whole game. The last 6-7 minutes of the second half and all of this 5-minute overtime, they really stepped it up.
Knapp has to burn a timeout. He was double-teamed. I think we can have ourselves a Pepsi Slam of the overtime now.
Boy, he exploded. He saw that nobody was there, and he just took it to the rack and knocked it down.
He did this once earlier this year against Marist. We had that on a MAC television game. And our Pepsi overtime slam of the game, if you will. Once again, Andy Cavo off of 1 foot with one hand. He's like, well, should I? Yeah, I should. Boom.
You know, he was thinking of pulling it out, but there was nobody there, so why not go in? And he says, hey, why not? One hand. He's played also very well in this run. He's made some long three-point shots and did a terrific job, Andy Cavo, the transfer.
He's hit 5 out of 7 from downtown, so he's got the ability to step out and the ability to finish like that.
Well, the crowd in the arena was waiting and waiting for something good to happen for Siena, and then Scott Knapp started it, and it's been really all Siena in the overtime.
And again, we don't have it on the stat sheet, but Michael Berman taking, by our count, at least 7 charges.
That's got to be a record.
It's got to be. It's as important as any other aspect of this game as well.
They better put him in the hot tub after.
And this is a guy coming off a knee surgery. Got a busted lip.
Talking about giving it up for the team.
Yeah.
Terrific.
This copyrighted telecast of the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the MAC and MAC properties.
Quick foul by Hampton.
You know, you think back, Canisius looked like it may have had this game won on that big Toby Foster 3 with about 13 seconds to go before Knapp came up with his 3.
Well, they played so well, Canisius, in that first half, but then you go to the half and you say, we're only up by 10 points. And knowing Siena and what they can do and how quickly they can score points, Mike McDonald said, hey, fellas, this game's not over in a long shot. And we were waiting for that run to happen. It came late in the game, but when it came, it exploded.
You said it over and over. You said it at halftime, and you said it throughout. Dwayne Archbold, 71% foul shooter. He's the Saints' leading scorer on the year, has 11 so far here tonight. .25 seconds left in overtime. Foster hits another big 3, and Canisius uses a timeout.
That was the 3 that he hit early on when they looked like they were going to go to Darren Finn inside. Boy, he got that shot off quick also.
From the exact same spot. This time, though, he had a hand right in his face. And it's back to a 2-possession game after that 3. Scott Knapp was right there, but Foster undeterred. So we have 18 6/10 seconds remaining here at the Pepsi Arena in Albany. Siena with a 5-point lead. The Saints on the year 11-7 overall, 4-3 in the MAC, riding a 3-game winning streak and undefeated here at the Pepsi, 7-0 coming into today. And you can see why they've got this home court advantage.
Well, really, with their ability, they have great crowd support here. Also, Siena's a tough team when they have the lead to come back, because you get the ball in bounds, you foul them. They're terrific free throw shooters.
Brian, isn't it tough for a team like Siena or a St. John's when you coach, where you practice at Alumni Hall or at the Arc and you don't shoot regularly on your home floor? You guys at Madison Square Garden at St. John's, Siena here at the Pepsi. How do you wind up getting a regular stroke when you only play here, you don't practice here?
You recruit good shooters.
Good answer.
And, of course, Siena has some terrific. Canisius now is going to have to stop the clock. Hopefully get a steal for them if they can. Siena got to say, just get the ball in bounds and hold it. They're going to foul you.
There's the man of the hour so far. The last hours belonged to him. The first hour he'd want to throw away. He had a really poor first half, turning the ball over, shooting the basketball, but he flipped the switch at halftime. Canisius, obvious pressure with 18.6 to go in overtime. Archbold awaits the foul and gets it.
Yeah, you just want to hold it, because if you don't even have to make another pass. You know they're going to foul you.
And so Archbold, who just hit a pair, will go back to the line to shoot two. Toby Foster called for the foul. Darren Fenn had himself a big first half. You can see the smiles on the Siena bench. They were not evident for about the first 34, 35 minutes of this ball game. Frustration on Hadari Mallory, who fouled out long ago.
Canisius kids played very hard, and again, we talked about defending the three, and they did a great job with that until the explosion, especially by Scott Knapp in the closing minutes of that first half.
Seven-point Siena lead. Jefferson fouled on the three by Archbold.
You wonder why coaches get gray, don't you?
Archibald smiling, but he is not happy.
No, not happy. And, of course, I'm sure he'll hear about it from the coaches. But these are lessons you got to learn. And hopefully they'll pay off down the road.
That's number 5 for Archbold, so he'll hear about it now.
Lou's not too happy. I mean, he's got a 7-point lead, 10 seconds, but believe me, they'll go over that. The end-of-game situation.
So Jefferson, who's been a real spark plug himself, with a double-double, with a chance for 3. Archbold fouls out, having scored 14 points, 6 rebounds. And he did very well from the free throw line, 7 out of 8. And you know something else, Brian? The turnovers have really gotten under control by Siena. They had a real problem in the first half, early in the second half, but they've controlled the ball.
What do they have now for the game?
Let's take a peek. 18. They've been stuck on 18, it seems like, for a long time.
They had 15 with about 5 minutes into the second half, so really they got that under control, like you said, Doug, and did a terrific job. I can't remember them really turning the ball over the last 12, 15 minutes.
Neither can I. Neither can I. Hey, fans, don't miss any of this exciting MAC action when we head to the MAC tournament. J.J. Harvey, pull your pants up. What's going on there? There we go. This year, the 2001 HSBC MAC tournament returns to the HSBC Arena in Buffalo. For ticket information, call the HSBC Arena box office at 716-855-4444 or 888-223-6000. Well, I said in the open, Brian, that every time Canisius comes to the Pepsi Arena, these games are close. Didn't it look like it through the first half, but boy, right down to the wire every time.
Well, Siena, you got to be proud of those kids, the way they fought and they stayed with it, just waiting for something good to happen. And again, the explosion from three-point range, which is a big factor in their offense. And I know Louis got to be very happy with his club to battle that way back in a 5-minute overtime period, doing a great job.
Jefferson still has one free throw to go. The officials just conferred. He's made 2, and then he tried to miss on purpose, and he missed everything. Even Jefferson has to smile.
Yeah, those are things you don't practice. That's too often.
10 seconds on the clock here in overtime. Scott Knapp hit a three-pointer right at the end of regulation, actually with 9/10 of a second to go in regulation to force this OT.
That gave them the life that they needed. A home run ball.
Here's Isaiah Stewart for the finger roll. That should do it. A 7-point lead with 6 seconds. 5. That's the ball game. A crushing defeat for Canisius and an unbelievable win for Louis Orr and the Siena Saints.
Great comeback by Siena, really hanging in there. Nothing going right the whole game. Finally, they got it going late in the second half and went on to a really hard-fought victory.
Brian will take a break and come back to the Pepsi Arena. Siena comes from way back to win at 89-82 in overtime. You're watching the MAC Television Network.
Bad cheetah.
See? That's why I'm not a cat person.
Playing again, better than ever, the 2001 HSBC MAC basketball tournament is back in Buffalo, March 1st through the 5th. Come celebrate 20 years of MAC basketball excellence at the HSBC Arena. The MAC once again delivers the best of college basketball. 20 teams, 18 games, 5 days, 2 champions. The MAC tourney is a must for the basketball fanatic. All session passes are available now for only $75 or purchase an individual session. Don't miss the action. It's playing again, better than ever. Playing again, better than ever, the 2001 HSBC MAC basketball tournament is back in Buffalo, March 1st through the 5th. Come celebrate 20 years of MAC basketball excellence at the HSBC Arena. The MAC once again delivers the best of college basketball. 20 teams, 18 games, 5 days, 2 champions. The MAC tourney is a must for the basketball fanatic. All session passes are available now for only $75 or purchase an individual session. Don't miss the action. It's playing again, better than ever.
Back at the Pepsi Arena, where Siena rallies from 21 points down in the second half to beat Canisius in overtime, 89-82. Scott Knapp, our Pepsi player of the game. Not only did he hit the game-tying 3 at the end of regulation, he also finished with 25 points to earn Pepsi Player of the Game honors. Andy Cavo and Dwayne Archibald also instrumental as the Saints improved to 5-3 in the league, 12-7 overall. That'll do it for Brian Mahoney and our entire crew here in Albany. I'm Doug Sherman. We send it now to Buffalo and Jim Brinson with the Empire Sports Report.
Coming up on the big show, we're in Hoop Heaven as the Cuse take on fellow top 25er Seton.